What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's had a fantastic start to their week. Hope everybody had a fantastic Monday. If not, it is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. So make sure you grab your tacos, pull up a chair as we check out One Piece Pirate Warrior 4. We're going to be continuing our journey through that today. If you've not checked out this series or One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 series, I highly recommend checking it out. They're both fantastic series. Today we're going to be jumping right into Cake Island, and I'll get into that in a minute. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the family, show your support, and make sure you turn on that notification bell. That way you can be notified every time we drop a new video over on the channel, from Minecraft to anime to Final Fantasy to Legos to anything else that we may be doing. Alright, so we finally beat Doflamingo. Now this is where One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 actually ended, because when it came out, the anime wasn't that far along. Well, it was plenty far along, don't get me wrong. It was episode 700, 800, somewhere in there. Anyway, but the anime hadn't finished that particular area. Therefore, they made their own ending, which probably was relatively close at a certain point. But this game takes us all the way to Wano, which is currently where the anime's at, and it makes up its own ending there because the anime hasn't finished at the time. But this is where One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 ended. Now, I will say this about the differences in the two games, is One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 went from the beginning to De La Rosa, and it left out some important details. I did my best to fill them in. I'm a big One Piece fan. What I will say about this one, I don't show it as in detail, I don't show every level like I did that one, but basically this breaks down important arcs. Like, first arc was Alabaster, right? We had already come off the East Blue, made it to the Grand Line, Alabaster, and it goes through Alabaster in detail, right? 5 levels dedicated to it. Then it goes on to different arcs. Now we're at Cake Island arc, but we haven't gotten to Cake Island yet. After De La Rosa, we make it to the elephant in the sea. I don't really remember what he's called, but these are where the cat and dog is. And this is where Sanji parts the crew. And he's in Big Mama's territory, gonna marry the daughter. Now, there's a lot of backstory about that. Like, Sanji has 3 other brothers and a sister who are famous for being hired to end wars, start wars. What are they, the German 6-6 or something like that? So, with that being said, before we can head to Wano, we have to go get Sanji. So we end up splitting into 2 teams here after we get done talking with the samurai as well as the animal kingdom is what I'm going to call them. I don't remember what they're called, because I feel like the animal kingdom pirates is actually God, I can't think of his name. Kaidos. So I don't know what these guys are called. I cannot remember. But anyway, so we take off, and we actually have 2 of them with us. We're going to save Sanji. Yeah. So we're at Cake Island now. Zoro, Robin, and the samurai and the cat and dog take off to Wano. We're supposed to meet up there. Usopp's with them as well. Now, if you have not up to this point on One Piece, I highly recommend that you understand that there will be spoilers, obviously. Oh, there's one of the annoying brothers. Oh, there's a sister. And Yonji. Yeah, it seems like all his brothers fall for Nami. Got to see where they get it from, though, right? Ooh. So what it is they are trying to get in with Big Mama, and he doesn't want to go against her, but he doesn't want to give up one of his other sons, so he tracks down Sanji the failure. So the story behind this is pretty simple, that basically he was trying to make basically superhumans out of his children, and Sanji supposedly was the failure, and he was locked away. They made fun of him, and eventually he left. But when he left, his father told him to never take the German name. Then he ended up on a crew on a ship that was pillaged by pirates, and he ended up being saved by the captain of the pirates, who lost his leg. They ended up on a stranded island together, and basically that's how he ended up where he was. It cooked under Zeph. That's where Luffy picked him up, and the rest of it's history. I'm not going to go through all of Sanji's backstory. That's Puddin'. That is Big Mama's daughter that he is arranged to be married to. But the reason he was a failure is he didn't show any of these other skills because the mother tried to sabotage to make him normal. And with that being said, there's his other brothers. There's his 3 brothers and his father. Vinsmoke. That's the name. So when Big Mama approached, he wanted to, so he decided to use Sanji. That way he wouldn't have to sacrifice one of his other sons. Which, is a real ridiculous. It's just ridiculous how they treat Sanji. The fact that Sanji still wants to save him is even more ridiculous. But he does. It comes out. The one thing about this is Sanji's a good person. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the fight that he has with Luffy. I understand why it goes down, but at the same time, it's pushing the limit. I mean, each character technically has had a battle with Luffy at one point or another, except Zoro, in my opinion. If you think about it, back in Arlong Park, Nami treated Luffy like dirt, and she technically wasn't part of the crew because she had been using them, but in Luffy's eyes, she was. There's Zeph. They're threatening Sanji with Zeph and the crew that's there that he worked with on the Bartarossa. Anyway, and then you had Robin, who ran away, and they went and saved, kind of when he gets the captain's orders. Not as bad as Usopp, who left the crew. Sanji doesn't technically leave, but he's trying to protect the crew and accept his fate because of what's being held over his head. When that comes out, I think it's a little bit more maybe justified and the act that he was putting on, but he still disrespected Luffy a great deal. But he was also hurting, so, it is what it is. But there's a lot of things they talk about with, if Zoro would have seen that, Sanji would have been back on the crew, or Zoro would have left the crew. And I don't know. I think when it boils down to it, I think Zoro can see past the facade that Sanji was using when he fought Luffy. And eventually when it would have came out, I think it would have been okay. Plus, Zoro respects Luffy to the utmost. so much that he asked his goal in life to become the strongest swordsman to train him because he wanted to protect and serve Luffy better. So with that being said, he fought with Usopp. He argued. He hasn't fought with everybody. Matter of fact, he's only fought technically Usopp. There's been disputes between them, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, while we're talking about that, let me take a second to tell y'all about how we're fighting right now. The blue bar is our health. The upright right there are the different moves we get. You can get different moves, assign them, they do different things. And you can go into a rush as well. Not really a rush, just a powered up state. And you get to use all that during it. And there's not really like a final friendship where you build bars or anything like that. So this is different. The fighting style is pretty much still the same, but different controls, a little bit different controls. But the fighting style still feels the same. Better graphics overall. Love the storyline to it so far. Now, it took us a while to get to the fight, and I do apologize about that, but you got to understand that, like I said, it goes into a lot of detail in a specific arc, and I don't really want to waste doing... I've kind of combined them together is what I will be doing. And showing off the whole arc. Hopefully no more than 2 parts at a time. So that's why there's a lot of talk leading up to the battle. This is the first battle that I have found important. As we fight through it, Sanji fighting his brothers. With that being said, his family is really, they're pretty much all douches but his sister. His sister's the only one that ever cared for him and helped him escape. In my opinion, he can take all his brothers at this point. Whether his powers were latent or whether he's just learned other abilities. But Sanji, when not having the devil fruit, is just a really phenomenal person. The moonwalk. Oh, don't be bitter, number 1. I mean, he is the runt, though, if you look at all of them. SANJI, I mean, you gotta think these are the people that raised him before he got to Luffy. And see, they use that for him not to fight. Put over excuse for a human. Yeah. I think you said her name Raju. I don't know. I'm not good with names. I'll butcher a name left and I'll butcher a name right. I am not good with names. Yep. Yep, this is the part I'm talking about right here. And he's doing what he thinks best. Don't get me wrong. In the moment, I understand it. I don't agree with it, though. He's trying to protect them. I get it. He's putting on an act. Oh. This is where things get intense in the anime. So basically what happens is Sanji has an all-out fight, and technically Luffy does not fight back at all, and he does Diablo right down on Luffy. And as he walks away, Nami tells him he'll never forgive him, and basically Luffy says that he won't eat anybody else's cooking until Sanji cooks for him. Yeah. That's right. Knocks him cold. The fact he did that in front of Nami. The difference is they're riding in a carriage, and he cries after this. He knows. He's a good captain. People say he's dumb. Granted, he is. He's a simpleton, not dumb. But a lot of times your simpletons can see right through the BS. And that's what he's doing. He's crushing Sanji's BS right now. He's calling it out in the air. Look at the tears. Look at the tears rolling. Oh, sheesh. Saying I won't become the Pirate King without you on my crew. You know how much weight that carries on a man? It begins to rain. He says he's not going to leave. And at the soldiers he has to fight. We can't. Sanji may come back without us knowing. He knows his team very well. We have to capture the North Plains while waiting for Sanji. Bazooka. One of my favorite all-time moves. Conqueror's Haki. I picked up some new tricks. That's another one of my favorites. What's up, big guy? Let me help defeat you. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, let's beat the leader. Oh yeah, we took the plains. Ooh. One from the worst generation. We'll go ahead and finish this soldier commander off real quick, like. Ain't got no problem with that. Then we'll head to, was it Bege? Bege's coming to us. Going down, guy. Oh yeah? I don't know about all that. We end up teaming up with Bege. I don't know. The tank dude. Oh, I know. Seems like a lot of the worst generation didn't take 2 years off like us, and they end up being under the rule or thumb or captured by the four emperors of the sea, right? So I can tell you this much: Bege's here. Luffy has not been captured by any of them. I can tell you we're Law's with us as well. He's gone on to Wano. So Law, so that's 3 of us. That leaves, was there 9 or 12? I don't remember how many there were. But I can tell you for sure that there is Kid. He gets captured by Kaido. Then you have the guy with the tarot cards. He works for Kaido. Then you have the monkey that liked music. He's with Kaido. So that's 6 of them. And that still leaves 2 emperors. I don't know if any of them got under Shanks. I don't know if any of them got under Blackbeard. It's a really good question. Oh, Drake. Drake is on the island as well. Yeah, at Wano. But anyway, guys, that's going to be our stopping point. We're about halfway through Cake Island. So there will definitely be 2 parts to it. You'll have to check back next week for the next part. But anyway, guys, be safe.